It's really interesting to see how little I can do that creates such a large impact on someone's life. I've been lucky enough to be involved for a while now through Jewish Brother Big Sister with my little sister Katya. My great-grandfather started a temple on Long Island. There are stories of my grandfather, Papa Jack, going up and down the aisles during Friday night Shabbat services, asking people for money, for people who in the congregation he knew needed money. He always said that volunteering was his job and working was his hobby, and I think that has stuck with me ever since.
We bring eye exams to offices and schools so that employees and kids can get a high-class eye exam at wherever they are. I was a co-chair of the Poland and Israel mission this summer and have been a co-chair of the Young Financial Services group as well. It's incredibly important for me as someone who's Jewish to be able to advocate in a balanced manner and appropriately for Israel and Judaism. Growing up, there were definitely people at different times in my life who did step up and be involved. And now it's time for me to start doing that.
Together with my wife, Chenshi, we direct Chabad Boston, which is a center for Jewish life right in the heart of Boston. For me, truly, it's a calling. There's an inner joy within Jews who have the opportunity for the first time to discover Jewish teaching in a coherent and formulated manner. And it brings, naturally, Jews closer to one another by learning their roots, discovering their heritage. It has a way of binding them and bringing them together in a way that nothing else can, I believe. Communalizing through learning is something that I think is very, very powerful.
I direct this program in the North Shore, which is a pilot initiative to explore different ways to engage Jewish teenagers. So I've been working with Jewish teenagers for 14 or 15 years now. And what I realized is the incredible gift and power that it is to work with teenagers or people during their transformative years. I believe strongly that our tradition has the blueprints for not just a righteous way to live, but a rewarding way to live. And this youth engagement model allows you to meet a broader number of kids where they're at and invite them into something that's really outstanding.
My personal connection to Israel is my choice to be connected. When you go and you breathe in the air and you feel the culture, it makes you just know that you're at home. I fell into JNF in a wonderful way. A board member knew of an open position, and I was brought in actually at the time as an administrative assistant. And I worked in that role for just 3 weeks before I guess they saw something more in me. And 11 years later, I'm proudly the director of the New England region. The beauty of JNF is that we really focus on the land and the people of Israel. We're an environmental organization, which is pretty cool, and we're still grassroots at the same time, but we're making a big difference every day.
This interesting thing about Judaism is that we are not just a religion, we are a nation, we are a people with a land. And that's what makes us unique. It led me to a path eventually, with a few twists and turns that led me to AIPAC and doing the work that I do now, which is to help secure the U.S.-Israel relationship and make sure the relationship between our two countries stays strong. We live in the most amazing country in the world, and we have the ability to actually petition our government, to have a say, to have a role in the affairs of our government. And so when I work with our activists, it's empowering.